Well, hello everybody. I don't know if it'll be breaking news. I guess we'll see what the media says. For all those who don't know, in the last federal election, there were a number of candidates to come forward for two major municipalities in Canada, Montreal and Toronto, for independence. So they're having a 3-day summit, 6th, 7th, 8th. You want to check it out? It's through the Massey Institute. And there's going to be municipal mayors there. There's going to be academics. It's going to be 3 days, full days on Toronto independence. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the city-state. I just wrote about the city-state in my Oxford paper, my submission. I go into great detail on that. So I'm no stranger to independence. Obviously, I built the Alberta Independence Party, and I pushed for the provincial independence of Alberta because of the broken confederation. It seems I'm not alone. There's a number besides Quebec. There's also major municipalities that want to look at it too. The big problem here is with the two big municipalities, and I already know, I'm going to the summit, by the way. We'll see what they think, but I'm going to give you all a little heads up. Toronto, if it got its independence, would absolutely, as a UN state, imagine independence and UN state status, would take the Great Lakes with them. So would Montreal. I don't see USA going down for that. There's also the other issue of the provincial constitution powers from the federal government, because there's no provincial constitution, which absolutely gives the premiers full authority over all major municipalities. Nonetheless, they're going to be talking about it. It's a strong suit for me. I'm going to attend, and I'll let all of you know, because if anyone knows the law on independence and sovereignty, it's this guy right here. Looks like I have a phone call I got to take. It's important. I'll hopefully the phone doesn't start buzzing off the hook. Anyway, anyone interested, I'll post a link after this video tonight, and register yourself. But I don't support city-states unless they're absolute island states. I stay with the absolute narrative of the UNSC. I don't believe a city should be able to leave its region when it's a major region and not an island. And we're talking about continents or large countries with many cities. Toronto, Montreal, they got absolutely, these very old cities, Canadians, they got absolutely all of their growth, prosperity, from not only at the great expense of the First Nation people of Canada, but also of very, very many Canadians and other regions inside Canada. There's levels of independence that can be looked at, and there's levels that can't be. Toronto and Montreal, unfortunately, can't be legally achievable as independence. And if you don't believe me, Vatican City, Monaco, and Singapore will explain it to you. The only three alive and living city-states. But we'll see if Oxford publishes my paper. I'm going to go through this anyway. It's going to be great and entertaining, and we're going to hear from some world academics, including great friends of mine that I've met along my miraculous journey. So I will be posting it. All Canadians who want to check it out, come look at it. Like I said, you're going to see even mayors, current sitting mayors in Ontario are going to be there too, so should be very interesting. I'm going to give my piece, and we'll see what they say, but I've studied this in absolute detail just to get independence for a province, which is a region, as hard as that is, but there's tools for that. A city is really unlikely to ever achieve that, but we'll see. They say they can make a deal with First Nations, but I don't think they've looked at the idea of taking the Great Lakes with them. And I absolutely know that the United States of America and those major municipalities will never grant Toronto what they seek, or Montreal for that matter. Never going to happen. Never going to pass the UN. Not a chance. But we'll see. We'll go through it. It should be fun anyway, and I'm going to enjoy it. Bye now, everybody. Share later. I got to do a little run around here, and then I'll post the link to the Massey Institute. Should be exciting, interesting. At least it gets conversation started. Bye now.